we want to talk boxing. Real boxing. TheBoxingVoice.com. The kid is back. And I ain't going nowhere. And all you motherfuckers out there watching this know who you see every fucking day.
Miss Heyman.
My consistency is unmatched. You ain't been here 12 years in this shit. And I'm gonna be here tomorrow. I don't need no fucking deal. I don't need no fucking deal. I don't need no fucking deal. Niggas is gonna come listen to me because they gonna come listen to me.
Miss Heyman.
Don't leave. Truth hurts, motherfuckers.
SDS Promotions.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition, spontaneous edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. We are out here in San Diego, sunny San Diego. Psych, it's cold San Diego, really. But we're wrapping it up with David, Jose, Rayo, and Diego Pacheco. We've been putting it in. Interviews dropping. I believe the David Benavidez drops today at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Check it out. And we got a lot more coming. A lot more to drop from where that came from. Obviously, we got the Rayo, Venezuela, Jose Venezuela training footage is out already. Check it out. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to my editor, Canna, doing his thing, handling things out there. Shout out to Bo. I see you. Mark Nash, I see you, champ. You stay grinding. Let's go. Yeah, man, we out here in San Diego at the Fight Stars TV mansion and wrapping it up with the David Benavidez camp. I'm struggling here, man. I'm I'm wondering whether or not I should fly back, get some clothes, and fly right back to Vegas and get some things done, man. I got so many phone calls, so many fighters lined up, ready to get up in the studio and get to work. But I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. 5 hours and 20 minutes is a long flight. But I did get to watch the boys spar yesterday, man, and that was such a treat. Let me tell you guys, man. I'm super impressed with Rayo Venezuela for sure. And all the guys, really. But, I mean, that guy, for what, 11 fights? He's looking ready. He's looking ready to go. Got my little Team Benavidez hat, which I think. I'm part of the team now. And these is suede bills, So this is suede bill. You feel me? Let's go. Yeah, Hosa Rayo most certainly is a beast. I mean, I got to watch him spar Joet Gonzalez, and it was amazing. He's definitely got that talent. He's got the ring IQ. He's got he's comfortable in the ring, man. 12, 13 rounds straight he did. That was impressive. He's not even an 8-round fighter. So, yeah, man, my time out here has definitely been an experience for the memory books, for the history books, and for the memory without a doubt. Beautiful 3 acres and some change mansion. I mean, there's lemon trees out here. The tennis court has been converted into a outdoor outdoor boxing gym. It just has everything you need. It's a one-stop shop, man. So very grateful to be invited here and do my show from this lovely office. I mean, check it out, man. It's so rustic. I need these chairs in my studio, right? Sit down next to my guests like this. Beautiful leather rustic chairs. You see the wear and tear. I love these things, boy. These need to be in my living room. Actually, my office. I could use these in my office. Not that I get anybody coming through, but I could use these in the studio if I ever get it, man. This is the perfect color and a good location to sit down with people to just try to get into their life, man. I had a very amazing interview that I conducted with Jose Benavidez Senior, and man, it's gonna be amazing, man. It's going to be amazing when it drops. It'll motivate a lot of people. Obviously, a lot of father son, uh, trainer son fighter relationships out there. There's a lot of good advice in there. I ask some specific questions for the JTs of the world and any other, fathers that are training their sons. David and Jose, well, both Jose's, they've made it on a major level. It's like I told Jose Senior, 46 years old, two champions, WBA regular champion in Jose Benavidez Senior, Junior, and then two-time WBC champion in David at the age of 46. That's a lot for him, man. For a guy that's self-taught, never fought. He's got to definitely look at everything that he's done as an accomplishment, achievements for sure. He's achieved a lot in a short amount of time, and he's brought his sons to a place where they're comfortable, man. A place where they can take care of their families and don't have to really worry about anything. When you look at Jose Benavidez Jr., he's in Hollywood right now, man, filming for the Creed 3. And you think a bit David, I mean, he's in camp 3 months before his fight just to stay right. So everything that their father has taught them is definitely showing because their futures are set, the both of them. And, he took in Rayo Venezuela, a.k.a. Jose Venezuela, and he calls him his son as well, man. So, you know, um, just an overall great experience to be here and be able to soak everything in, be able to watch that sparring. Phew, that was amazing. I got to see Joette, man. Joette was here. His brother was here. His dad was here. They really had some major sparring, man. It was going down. Uh, I got Rob 23K says Benavidez is the most avoided monster in boxing. I mean, I don't know, man. Some people would argue that Charlo's avoided. They would argue that Andrade is avoided. Obviously, Benavidez will fight both of those guys. He's excited about Andre moving up. Obviously, he understands that, politics are involved in these things, and there's a possibility that he doesn't get an Andre fight because Andre is moving up to 168 on the WBO side, also the DAZN side, and it may not give him an opportunity um, to fight uh, an Andre because he's on the other side of the street theoretically. But that doesn't mean that he doesn't want to fight him. He understands Andre's skill and ability, and he's looking to put names on his resume, man. That can give him a legacy. And that's what's got to be admired about Benavidez, man. When asked, he says yes. You want to fight Ustatsky? Yes. You want to fight Plant? Yes. You want to fight Jermall Charlo? Yes. You want to fight Andre? Yes, 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 is his responses, man. So, we as boxing fans, we need to get behind someone like that without a doubt and try to help them get those big fights. Obviously, it's funny because talking to the father, he understands that, they haven't done a lot in this sport and there's still more to do. And I think that's what makes them so likable is their humble nature, you know. But the trip is almost over, man. I'm almost sad to go back, man, because there's so much happening and shaking. But got to get back to the warm state of Florida. Let me tell you, San Diego is for reason. For reason, I didn't know it gets this cold out here for real. I thought this was California. I didn't know it can get that cold. But this experience has just been one of a kind. Definitely, like I said, one for the history books, one to remember. Um, and we can come back, which is the beauty. We're definitely invited back to do it again. They'll be here for about 11 weeks, so there's plenty of time to come back if uh, later in the camp. And then look forward to see who else is going to use this magnificent location, man, and what other great content we can get uh, in this mansion. I mean, the Archie Moores and the Canelos of the world I've been training in San Diego for quite some time, and this makes it possible for everyone, you know. And I spoke to the fighters and the trainer about being in this setting, in this location, and how it helps things. How does it make things any better? And obviously, you alleviate all that traffic, all the hours on the road driving to and from sparring, to and from the gym. You know, having your own ring right in this 3 acre and some change compound alleviates getting in the car for 40 minutes to an hour to get to one location and then doing that all over again to get back. That could be stressful and that can take away hours out of your day. You could get so much more done um, if you have everything you need accessible to you. No long trips, no hour road trips for sure. But yeah, man, I was not expecting Joet Gonzalez to come in and, you know, be sparring Rayo. You know, that was some high level sparring. Joet Gonzalez, his fault. Uh, Navarrete and Shakur. So his skill showed, you know, he might have lost those 2 fights, but he showed. I seen his skill in that sparring session. You can tell that he had the experience over Rayo. It was very good, man. Shout out to Mark Nash with the super chatty who says, Ness, do interim champs pay sanctioning fee? We're debating. If White has been paying WBC also, 20 people match my donation to support the show. Hashtag TBV. Shout out to you for trying to start a movement with the support. We appreciate you. And in terms of the interim champ paying sanctions fee, absolutely. He's got to pay sanctioning fees. And you can't even become a champ without paying them sanctioning fees. That's all part of the game for sure. So shout out to Mark Nash. He's got a channel of his own. Definitely click on that link and check him out. Subscribe. He talks a multitude of different topics over there. He gets into the pop culture. You know, I even seen the other day you had I think you were trying to do like Nas versus Jay Z on the albums, like who had the better album or something like that. You know, I almost questioned his music skills. You know, because obviously Jay's always had the better album. Come on, always. I know there's some brainwashed sheep out there that believe Stillmatic was somehow better than the Blueprint. That'll never be the case. But shout out to Eduardo Garcia, Robert 23K in the building, Dr. DeZone, BB the King. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I wanted to do a live from within the mansion before I get up out of here. You know, the little lady is ready to go. She's like, yo, when are we leaving? When are we leaving? She ready to go back to sunny Florida. I'm telling you, it's too cold out here. It is too cold. I can't believe it, man. Someone would have told me that it gets this cold in Cali. Honestly, I wouldn't have believed it. But being out here to experience it, obviously, I can see now that this shit is real. you know, today is a day off for the camp. You know, so not much we can do. Hopefully, somebody wakes up. I see them passing by the hall, and I bring them up in here for a little quick sit down. But uh, not guaranteed that is as it is a day off. They definitely, and it's not a complete day off. Obviously, they did their road work uh, early this morning around 8. Came back, passed out. So I was doing my interview with Jose Benavidez Senior during the morning time while they slept. Wrapped that up, and I've been having the setup set up for like a day and some change, and I just haven't been able to go live from in here because been pulled in so many different directions. I'm literally uploading and sending files to like two different places. Well, actually three different places on two different devices. So I got two different transfers going as we speak. So I'm over here killing the internet. Now, not only am I going live, but I'm sending multiple heavy heavy video files out, man, just to get that content up. Does Canelo become undisputed at 175? I mean, I don't think that any of us think it's far fetched. I don't think that any of us don't believe that it's a possibility that can happen, it's Canelo Alvarez, man. He's as good as advertised, without a doubt. But if you're watching this on YouTube, you already know what you got to do. Hit that thumbs up button. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to put this particular episode in the eyes of other boxing fans, in the eyes of other El Bandera Roja boxing fans, letting them know that we are getting that exclusive and intimate content with the Benavidez senior family. But yeah, let's see what we got here. I got Jordan Baker, the mastermind, the pound for pound, hitting me up talking about grocery bags. What are we talking here? I tell you what, though, in San Diego, you do got to pay for your grocery bags. Can you believe it? They're charging 20 cents for paper and plastic bags out here. Insane. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. It's not like I've never been in an Aldi's or a, what do you call those other ones? uh, the big ones, man, where they sell you all the bulk shit. I can't even think of it right now. Costco and BJ's, all that shit. You know, they don't give you bags either, but they at least give you fucking cardboard boxes to carry your shit out. I mean, San Diego's out here wilding. You know, gas is 5.20, bags are 20 cents, and everything closes at 9 o'clock. Go figure, man. It's crazy out here. You gotta love San Diego, I tell you. I don't think it's for me. A lot of hills and big houses that I can't afford, so I don't know. Definitely not for me. Shout out to Ethan Bands in Philadelphia for the hoodie. Young amateur coming up, trained by Greg Hatchett. Get some work in with Bo Ennis and Boots Ennis. He's mentored by Boots. This is his brand. This is his label. He's still just a 14-year-old kid out there trying to live out his dreams, man, and accomplish things, man. So shout out to Ethan. And yeah, man, just really excited about being in this camp and having this experience, man, and being able to come back and give you guys all the details of what took place, man. Just being able to see how hard this two-time champion and David Benavidez still trains. The fact that people think he's some sort of undisciplined person. Meanwhile, he's in camp 3 months ahead of the potential fight date. So definitely admirable, and you gotta admire a guy that works as hard as he does, even when he's gotten as far as he has. I mean, you got a Lambo, you got a Lambo, your house is paid off. Not everybody works as hard as the champ does when they've accomplished as much financially as he has. But we got Big Fish Davidian in Buffalo Falls. He says, "Hey, what's good, Ness Heyman? God bless the Boxing Voice family." 100 emoji with the double black heart. Shout out. Eduardo Garcia, I agree with you, man. Cali is whack when you factor in taxes, which last I checked were like 10.5. You factor in the high price of gas, the high price of real estate. What are we doing here? When you factor all that in, I don't know what you guys are doing in here, but my man said, "What part of San Diego?" I would say as close to Santa Fe as possible because that's where the mansion is at. So I'm somewhere in Santa Fe. All right, all right. Just getting a message from Brandon, who has created something for one of our guests that we won't be having today. Obviously, too hectic of a day, and just not don't have the true capabilities right now. I mean, if I wanted to have calls, I could, but I'm physically using the phone to send out some files so that they can be uploaded and you can get this new content, man. It's new content. Jesus M's, you going to do interviews? Interviews with who? Because I've already done them with who would we do? Javane, and he said I still need that intro, brother. Talking to Brandon. So in terms of interviews, yeah, I've done them all. We got Pacheco yesterday, we got Radio yesterday, and we got David yesterday, and we got Senior today. So some of the content has already been uploaded. Javan, you can check the YouTube channel. I know that the training footage for Rayo is already up and out, and the interview for David, a snippet, about 7 minutes of it, is also out. So yeah, man, definitely. If you want to check it out, just head on over to youtube.com/, the boxing voice for more. And we appreciate everybody that supports the movement, man. We're just out here grinding, doing what we love and feeling blessed every single day that we could still do what we love. Yeah, I'm with you, Javane. The thumbs up, they never equate to the live views. More snoopers than you get supporters. But what you gonna do, man? Every view counts. Every view matters. Hitting the thumbs up is definitely a plus. So if you want to do that, it helps with the visibility of the show. It's gonna put this channel in the eyes of some other boxing fans and let them know that we're rocking out, man. Not only are we a 7 day a week podcast, but we go on the road, man, and we get the content that you need. Try to get the interviews and ask the questions that you want. You are the ones that put those questions for us in our Patreon or our community, and we ask the fighters what you want. And we try to get the answers um, best as possible. Ruffle a couple feathers and do the best that we can. You did see Abraham Martinez lose last night to Ostreras Vasquez? No, I didn't, bro. I was here. Lord, I was here from 10:30 to about 5:30, and no food. So after that, went and picked up some food. Had to smoke, shower, all that good shit, and I was drained, man. I was drained. I did not see any fights whatsoever. Otis, yeah, I guess like the rest of us, we just assumed he was undisciplined because of the rumors. But I interviewed him, and the beauty is that you get to hear it from him what he believes took place and why it happened. And like I said, I told him I don't think anyone's ever asked, but he definitely gave a believable answer. I'll let the interview drop, obviously, so that you can hear it firsthand and out the horse's mouth, so to speak. But it's quite understandable what he says, and it's very believable. And just to give you some context, obviously, you know, uh, he told me he's been getting good money since he was 20. He's 25 now. So, never having and then having in a lump sum at once, you can go a little bit crazy, so to speak, And that's what he did. He lived a little. It wasn't an undisciplined thing. It was more about, doing some of the things you've never done, And when you're 20, you know, it's not like you're 31 when you're 20, and there's a reason for that. So again, as on the outside looking in, we all have opinions and we all think we know, but when you see him work, you know that there isn't an issue with discipline. He doesn't need his dad to tell him what to do, how to do it, how long to do it for. He's a guy that gets in the ring and in the gym and does what he needs to do, and then motivates his stablemates to do what he's doing or do more than what he's doing. So, again, that's why these experiences are amazing and super memorable for me because you get to see firsthand. There is no more need for assumption and speculation. You're there, you're watching. I'm coming in multiple times, I'm coming in different days, and I'm seeing, he doesn't need a bunch of people in there, no entourages, you know, he's a worker. So I spoke to Senior about that, Doctor Dazn, and he said that they've got on the phone with multiple people, with Ronnie, with Louis the Cubas, trying to make that Charlo fight, trying to make that Plant fight. They just feel like you cannot force anyone to fight you, and at the end of the day, that's true. I just think that fight's probably a little more. I think it's a little easier to make now that Plant suffered his first loss. If I'm Louis DeCubas, I got Plant, I got Benavidez. That's two separate Canelo checks, is how I'm looking at it. But now that Plant lost, maybe we might get that Benavidez, Plant, because again, he's gotten his Canelo shot. Uh, there's more of an opportunity and a possibility that Plant will take a risk now that he already has that, sense of security. That 10 million, he could have put that away and just be trying to collect interest on that puppy. So, you're probably a little more inclined to do certain things now that you have that financial security for your family. Andres says, "Do they mind you smoking?" Well, obviously, I didn't smoke uh, in their house or on their property or uh, in front of them. But yeah, we definitely had the conversation that I blow down like a chimney, and I definitely smoke every day after I leave and before I get here. Not an issue. Um, B Real Boxing says, David, get away from PBC, no valen la belga. I mean, when you see his interview, I bet you that you would be forced to have a different opinion. He gives some very solid, intimate details of his relationship with PBC and Al Heyman, and I don't think he's ever going anywhere. And if you listen to my interview with Jose Benavidez Sr., uh, we do talk about that time that Top Rank allegedly signed David because of Alex Ariza. So, man, we got some super duper gems there, man. He gave me so much good content. Not only the father, but obviously David Rayo as well. So, man, I just hope you guys check out all these interviews and end up being as excited as I am. Yes, I know Conciao is fighting today as well on ESPN. We'll see, man. We'll see if I can even watch that. I don't know how it's gonna be, in terms of what I'm gonna do next and will I be available. It crossed my mind like, oh, there's a fight this weekend. It would be super good if David and the boys were watching it, Jose and Diego, and maybe I can come and film their reaction to watching the fights, is what passed through my mind. It crossed through my mind from a content creator standpoint. Their reaction to the live fights, I think, would be good. It would be better, obviously, if it was a bigger fight, one that brought more attention to boxing fans, because then you know, the piece of content that I have in mind would do better. But you know, beggars can't be choosers, right? So we got to see what shakes, man. Again, I don't know if that's even a possibility. I got to drop my videographer off at the airport. He's going back. He's gotten 2 days worth of footage, so he's good. Um, but yeah, yeah. We got Hoza who says Benavidez versus Plant. I mean, it's a fight that everybody wants, man. It's a fight that everybody wants. It's a fight that's been talked about for quite some time now, and it's just a matter of what makes sense, man. What makes sense financially for these managers and promoters, man? Do they take the risk? If you got two commodities that can give you two big time checks against a Canelo, do you really put those two people in versus each other, or do you put them in separately with Canelo and earn your percentage of each individual fight? And as a business and as a businessman, that sounds like the right decision to make for me. I get it. For the fans, they want to see Benavidez Plant, they want to see Benavidez Charlo, but those are three separate Canelo checks right now. Those three men have all been in position to get a Canelo fight. So it's like, do I risk one of these Canelo checks and that percentage that I win from that, or do I have all these men sit and wait to get that Canelo fight? And it's not like we know exactly that is the reason, but it's definitely the reason that the fight fans are believing this fight isn't happening, or those fights, because there are a few. I mean, if you think about it, the Charlo Benavides has been brewing for 3 years, bro, since October 2019. And then the Plant fight with Benavides has been brewing for a long time. All they're doing really is giving Benavides more confidence by and respect by Canelo and Eddie Reynoso telling him, hey, do the XYZ, or you haven't done XYZ. By Charlo telling him do XYZ, you know, get a vaccination, let's fight at a catch weight, all this stuff. uh, it just you know it sh- it's given us the inclination that they don't want to fight him, that he's a threat. I mean, how many guys has he wanted to fight, attempted to fight, called out, uh, contacted Al, contacted Louis about? I don't know. Yeah, Troy, I seen that about the iguanas falling out of trees, bro. But that was only in what is that city? I don't know, like Ochiwaka. I don't know, some weird not weird, but I think it was like an Indian name. I'm not sure. Like almost not. It doesn't sound anything like Wisconsin's Oconomowoc, but it's like Ochi whatever. I don't know. What Juv says? What channel? What do you mean? What channel? I'm lost. I'm lost. This is the only channel that matters. Is TBV, the boxing voice, the voice of the people. Chick Chickarelli, what do you mean nothing to see here, champ? I mean, what do you mean nothing to see here? There's plenty. We're in one of the exclusive rooms in this mansion. I mean, right here off to me there's a little patio, and this is the beauty. Like every room has its own outdoor space, pretty much. This is like a resort, let me tell you. I'm sure if I wanted to smoke, I could just go out there and smoke, but obviously I'm on work mode. Anthony Lopez says Benavidez is not ready because you think you ready. Don't mean you gonna win. Benavidez needs more fights before facing Canelo, which could be true. But you got to think about guys like Mike Tyson, Floyd. Who had Floyd fought before he fought Hernandez. Plenty of dudes won world titles against people that were quote unquote in a better position than them, um, because they were given the opportunity. Sometimes the opportunity is all you really need for the motivation. You know, um, how big that moment is, wanting to succeed in that moment, uh, sometimes is all you really need. So and Benavidez knows that. He hears and sees the comments about people saying he doesn't deserve a shot or he's not ready for a shot, but he turns around and says, "What did Rocky Fielding do? Charlo might get the shot. What has Charlo done? And yes, Charlo may have a better resume if we're debating than Benavidez, but who has he been fighting to get that shot? Are we giving him that shot based off past performances like the Julian Williams and Dervianchenko maybe? I don't know. I don't know. So who's to say that anyone has earned the shot? I think that we need to throw that word away, right? Like, is anyone earning it, or is Canelo picking you? Are they really earning it, or is Canelo just picking them? And that's who ends up getting the fight. Like, did Rocky earn it? Obviously, there's a story to tell there. Someone would believe, yeah, Rocky earned it. He went all the way to Germany. He knocked out Zugi. He deserved that. He left his comfort zone. He went away from the UK. He won a belt on the road on German soil. All right, that's an argument. It doesn't necessarily mean that the entire world believes that he deserved the Canelo shot because he won a title on foreign soil. So, as many excuses as people have, there's always the counter to that. Whether you thought he deserved it or didn't. If you thought Callum deserved it because he went through the World Boxing Super Series tournament, I mean that win was long ago. And since that win, there haven't been the sexiest names on his resume. So again, was he earning his position at at Canelo, or did Canelo just happen to pick a matchroom fighter in Callum Smith? You know, um, so it's just something to think about. We never know how these things work out. One would assume Mexico versus Mexico is a big fight on Cinco de Mayo. We seen how Canelo and Julio Cesar Chavez did, right? That was 1 point something, and it was two Mexicans, but it seems like it's Jermall Charlo that's getting the opportunity with Canelo Alvarez, or possibly getting the opportunity with Canelo Alvarez, you know, and not David, who you would assume is a more marketable fight because now you got all Mexicans coming out, not just the Mexican fans of Canelo, but the Mexicans that want to see Canelo beat and the fans of Benavidez. And then you got to factor in the Benavidez is also, part Ecuadorian. So, he brings in a totally different demographic to the table. Dennis in Tampa, saludos, champ. Dame mi cura de boxeo. Coño carajo. Shout out to Dennis in Tampa, always holding down TBV. We got De Leon Daniels that says Ramirez, Bivol, and Better Beef is gonna kill David. Oh, really? It's funny you say that because Diego Pacheco, who's a stablemate of David Benavidez, he's already sparred Ramirez. And you got to think, David was sparring Gennady Golovkin. He was telling me yesterday he was sparring Gennady Golovkin when he was like 16, bro. So I don't know that Gilberto Ramirez is a threat. Obviously, he has some physical attributes that can give him some advantages in a fight. Obviously, height, reach, combination punching. Um, but you got to factor in that there seems to be a reason the top rank never put him in a fight more dangerous than the Jesse Hart fight, and there's also got to be a reason that he never got a Canelo shot as the only other Mexican. He was the first Mexican as big as he was in those higher divisions outside of Andy, and he never really got a shot with Top Rank. They're supposed to be the machine, and I'm using air quotes. They weren't able to turn him into a household name, and instead they turned him over to Golden Boy, right? So it's not like they benefited from their time with Gilberto, and he wasn't happy. He left them, but they never offered him a true championship fight. He won some titles, I think, at 1668, vacant titles or something like that, but nothing. He has no career defining fight. I mean, I believe Jesse Hart and Sullivan Barrera maybe are the biggest names. If he ever fought Sullivan, I mean, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure that he fought Sullivan Barrera. But once again, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. Helps with the visibility of the show. It's going to help us grow. Yeah, man. Listen, you know who I seen? Diego's brother. I wonder if it's here, bro. Diego's brother is a beast. Diego Pacheco's brother is a heavyweight, young boy, animal. I went through his Instagram. Lord, what a left hook. I really hope he's here so I can sit him in the chair, man. I was just going through his Instagram yesterday and I was shocked. I didn't think he moves that well or was that fast. He looks David Benavidez' influence, so I gotta ask. He was doing this beautiful uh, triple uppercut to the body, like right, left, right uppercut, finishing with the left hook up top, looking amazing. And yeah, he's doing well too. He's got some national tournaments or some amateur wins already. Um, and yeah, man, he's got the motivation too. I mean, Eddie told him if he keeps winning in the amateurs, he does his thing. There might be a little deal for him, so he's got that motivation. I got Candy Slim 501 that says most people would party as a champion at 20 with 200K in the bank. David was also the first fight in the COVID bubble with stupid restrictions where he couldn't run for the last week. Media don't tell you that. Also, he couldn't leave his room. It was like being in jail. I spoke to him yesterday, and he was only allowed to go to the gym that only had one elliptical and one um what is that called? Lord, it's escaping my mind. One elliptical and one treadmill, and they could only use it for 1 hour. No bag work, nothing. They wanted them not doing anything or touching anything during that bubble time. And, he credits that as one of the reasons that it was hard to make weight because they had him in the bubble so early and he wasn't granted the normal abilities that he'd had in the past to uh, lose the weight. So they're saying, what's Diego Pacheco's brother's name? Let me check his IG because the kid deserves it. his name is Jr. Everybody's a Jr. Yep. His name is Jr. and his Instagram is Fed Pacheco. Fed Pacheco 1, and he's the number 2 ranked heavyweight in the U.S. But I was told that he's been elevated to number 1 because the number 1 did something. I don't know. Did he sign or something like that? I think he signed a contract. I'm gonna try and take a little quick intermission, see if there's anybody awake. I would love to get, like I said, Pacheco's brother. Um, yeah, this camp got something special going on for sure. These guys are all, in tune. And oh, I could actually screen share this here, right? Let me see. Camera, source, include. Nope. Nope, I can't include that because I don't have it connected. Unfortunate. But I think I can do this. Let me see. The issue is the audio. You probably aren't gonna get any of the audio because again, I'm not in my home studio, which allows me to screen share with audio. But I do wanna. What is this? August 10th. I do wanna show this. Let's see here. Where do we go? So, well, this is strange. What am I missing here? What am I doing wrong here? I'm so used to my own setup that is it this? Yes, screen share. All right, let's see if that works. Open systems, more info. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me see. All right, entire screen, no. Current application, yes. Let's see if that's gonna work. See, in my home studio, all this shit is set up. No need to do none of that. Give it permission, bro. What's up with this? Let me see. Activate audio system capture. No, 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 no. All right, all right. Why are we just showing the desktop here? So corny, right? Google, bam. That should do it. No? Yeah, that should have did it right there. But it's still not doing it. Let me see. So strange. All right. Well, I was trying to get this screen shared to you, but it's just not working at the moment. Something I'm doing wrong here, and I can't figure it out. Maybe I gotta get permission. Let's see. And it looks like I can't give permission while I'm live. Yep. Nope, nope. It's not letting me. All right. Well, another time then we'll have to remove this. I was trying to screen share his. I guess I can do this, right? Let me see. These are the woes of the traveling setup. But I found the workaround. Boom. Include the iPhone. Right. Sources, cameras, include. Here we go. Oh, now we gotta unlock first. add. Here we go. So this is his brother. Yeah, see, that's coming out the speaker instead of internally. Let me see if there's a way to do it internally. iPhone playthrough. Because he's a beast. I need to show you this combination. Check this out. I hear this too. My end. Nope, that ain't work. That ain't work. This is his brother, and it's just like I said, you know, he looks like he got some skill. Serious. Look at that left hook. Oh, so you guys can hear it. All right, so I'll continue. Power. Once I see this, I'm like, damn, he's so young. You know, and I just thought, no, he's one of his brother, and this kid's like 70 pounds. So this isn't in him just yet. He is young and motivated. Obviously, you know, he's looking at everything that his brother is able to accomplish. Let's just put this picture here, right? This is big bro with little bro. Look at the difference, though. Big bro with little bro. And we already know Pacheco is huge. Oh, shit, look at that. I didn't even see that. I see the sponsor now on his suit. Get out of here. I should have got one of those, man. I needed one of those damn. Look at that. Blue moon all on the trunks. But look how big he is, bro. So it's gonna be interesting to see where he goes, who he ends up with. I'm stoked though. After finding him, it's like, whoa, look at this. Let's go, Let's go, Hit the body, hit the body. Let's go, Goes around him. Hit the body, hit the body. Damn, Mary, you a hater this morning talking about blah, 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 so what? Don't act like everybody. I know you guys are not, but I'll wait. I'll wait. until he gets to that level. I can see it though. If he continues to get the right training and stay focused, I can definitely see him doing amazing things in this sport, man. Especially as a heavyweight with that age, that youthfulness. Come on, man. Heavyweights are like 30 something years old. They won't even be able to deal with his tank and his youthfulness. I'm not saying he's going to be the next great Mexican heavyweight, but with the skill set, with his mechanics, with with what how that power looks, I'm excited to see what comes next. Yeah, Mary's a gangster, Big Matthew, or she's just a hater hating on my man's and I'm looking great. She know he look great. Me trying to hate on him. He looking good for a young guy, for sure, for sure. But man, can't hear you, Ness. Then lose the video. I mean, they hear me now. Oh, Ethan, what up, bro? I got your hoodie on, champ. Shout out to you, man. Um, but yeah, you should be able to hear me now. I got the video off. I turned it off, and I'm gonna go ahead and end it anyway. I just wanted to go live, um, from the mansion, talk to y'all a little bit, let y'all know we're still out here working. But yeah, it's a wrap, man. That's DTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch us on the next one. We out here, we working, man. We working.